Hi, this is Matthew from the Matthew Show. I just wanted to mention something about wars today. Some people will be posting things on Facebook, and they're going to talk about, uh, the problem with Zelensky or the problem with Putin, or they'll talk about the problem with Biden or the problem with, the leaders. It's never been about the leaders. Okay. It's not about the leaders. Okay. We can't blame the leaders. Why? Because it's the soldiers, the followers, the supporters of the war, the people who make the war happen are the soldiers, the ones that agree, I'm going to go over there and kill people I don't even know. And they end up killing innocent people. And by far, the huge number of casualties are faced by the non-soldiers. So not only are these guys going and attacking and killing people, it's a kill. They use this kind of a phrase. And what was the general's comment? We don't do body counts. Okay, so I don't listen to these people. I won't listen to these people. I don't obey someone who tells me to go kill somebody. Isn't that pretty obvious? Based upon the agenda of sociopaths, tyrants. I don't listen to someone crazy. Somebody tells me to jump off a cliff. I tell them no. I'd rather not. Thanks. Have a nice day. So let's understand this difference here. If you've got your finger on a trigger and you pull the trigger, you're responsible for killing or whatever that bullet does. And if you go to somebody else's country, based upon some kind of an agenda by some group of people who refuse to go there, the people who won't go there, the people who deserve to die, because what they're doing is they're sacrificing the lives of people who, based upon an ideology, and here's a kicker, the ideology that people get into, oh, we're protecting freedom, or we're spreading democracy. Well, we've seen how incredibly ignorant and how incredibly wrong the idea of spreading freedom or democracy is. No. Stay home, bake a cake, plant a garden, do something constructive. Why don't you help out in the old folks' home? Why don't you build a birdhouse for a kid? All of these things would be much, much better than training to kill and going to a place and then dropping bombs or shooting women and children, which inevitably happens. Why? Because not everybody's a soldier. And the people who are defending their homes, people that are defending their own country, they have a right to do that. Somebody comes in like in Palestine, some moron based upon some crazy ideology comes in to bulldoze your home. Wouldn't you want to defend yourself against that? This is where you've lived. This is where your families have lived hundreds of years. And some idiot based upon some insane, irrelevant ideology comes, and when you defend yourself, they make up lies about you. It's an absolute fact. This is what happens. So if you're a soldier and you think that you want to protect the people in your community, do that. I think we have every right to do that. If somebody's coming in with a bulldozer, somebody's coming in with an airplane or a drone or whatever they're doing, you have every right to defend your territory. And this I completely support. We got to be able to defend ourselves. And this is something about a local militia. This is something about training. This is something about equipping households. It's totally okay. But don't go and invade other people's areas. Don't kill innocent people that you don't even know, that aren't even attacking you. I mean, there are countless pictures of Asia, Vietnam, Cambodia, where American soldiers went in based upon some ridiculous ideology, and they failed miserably. They didn't achieve. Vietnam is communist. They totally lost. Vietnam also, by the way, they don't even like China because China invaded Vietnam. So it's not like, these noble causes, they're not noble at all. So keep this in mind. Here's the distinction. The guy who's responsible is the one with their finger on the trigger. And the person who's making the mistake is the person who's following what leaders say, some ideology, and they're going and invading another country. Get this straight. I don't care what Putin wants to do. I don't listen to Putin. I don't obey him. I don't think anybody should. If he tells you to go in and attack people that are innocent. And now we're seeing videos and we're seeing pictures daily of families and people running. And how about Yemen? What a horrible, horrible situation. America's backing the Saudis and they're trying to go after these rebels. And these rebels are doing these nasty things, blowing up stuff and doing terrorist types of activities. But the bigger terrorists are the ones that come in from another country and are trying to control them and attack them and saying, you know, we own this or you can't do this. Stay home, defend your own place. And if you want to do something to help people that are being attacked, support them to defend themselves. Give them supplies, like what the Polish people are doing right now. Support the Ukrainians that are fleeing from the war. You know, all the women and children that are non-combatants, they're trying to get the heck out of there. And the Polish, so many people are offering up their homes. It's a beautiful thing to see. That's community. So this is one of the key reasons why we really need community, because community helps people to think for themselves, to understand what an ideology is, and decide whether or not for themselves, do I want to support that ideology? Do I want to support spreading democracy through the barrel of a gun, or stealing and lying and cheating because I say that my race is God's chosen people? Or to say that, you know, we're the superior race and another race is inferior. These are ideologies that are going to cause a lot of trouble. So if you can think for yourself, and this goes for cults, you know, religious fanatics too, they do all kinds of nasty things all the time. Be able to think for yourself and have your life, have your behavior based upon love. What's love? Compassion, consideration, respect, communication, kindness. These are some of the qualities of love. And these help us to get along together and live on a peaceful earth. Thanks.